Playing Counter-Strike can be frustrating. But you know what's even more frustrating? Playing Counter-Strike on 30 FPS. My PC is absolutely toasted, that's why my game looks like this.
Oh, hell no!
First, I have to admit I get somewhere between 30 and 50 FPS depending on what map is played. With Ancient, Anubis and Inferno definitely being the worst performing ones, and Mirage and Dust 2 as the best ones. Obviously, the fact that you're put in a constant disadvantage is bad enough, but the worst part, and I mean by far the worst part, has to be that people around me constantly try to explain the game to me. And think about it, the skill group I get matched with is obviously lower than what I was used to, and I don't mind, but I have like 4,000 hours of experience, and the amount of tilt I go through when Bobby, who played the game for like 500 hours, explains to me that I should start fast switching my AWP is insane. And I don't like shaming new players. I'm sure Bobby thinks he's helping me, but especially in close games, this drives me crazy. Another cute little detail is that for some reason I can't interact with the scoreboard in game, so muting Bobby isn't even an option for me. If someone has a fix for that bug, please let me know. Also, I got tired of explaining to people that I'm playing on such a bad setup in the first place. By the way, I had a break from Counter-Strike from like 2019 to 2023, and my gut tells me if I had a great setup, my elo would still be lower than my ego wants to admit. Especially because it feels like the average skill level of the Gold Nova today is like Master Guardian level, DMG level from the past. When I found out that 12k elo equals Gold Nova 3, I was so surprised because everyone has their setup smokes, everyone is hitting their headshots. Obviously those players aren't perfect and you wouldn't even rate them as highly, but to me this doesn't look like Gold Nova. When I think about Gold Nova, I think about people running around in circles, going rush B and stuff, but that's not the case anymore. If I had to guess what rank I would get if I had a normal PC, I would probably assume like around 20k. Maybe I will prove myself wrong, maybe I get a new PC and drop down to 8k, I don't know, but we will see about that. And at this point I want to give a shout out to Valve. I know there are a big wave of people hating on Valve for not fixing every flaw the game has instantly, though the performance of CS2 has improved drastically for me. Maybe the optimization they are doing isn't as obvious with better PCs, but for example I couldn't play Inferno at all in the beginning and now it's running smooth as butter, at least for my current standards. As I said, it's still one of the worst performing maps, but the difference in performance is immense. So how did this affect my gameplay? And the first thing I think of instantly is the Pikas Advantage, because everyone is talking about Pikas Advantage. There was the donk hype and everyone told me you just have to go into the corner and at some point you swing out wide and get the kill. For me this doesn't work, since the delayed feedback of my monitor cancels out the advantage and I actually think I go into the negative, because whenever I peek out I tend to get less FPS, I don't know, from the map loading in my screen or maybe it's just the movement in general, but yeah, peeking is not working out for me. The second point is utility. Since I don't really have an advantage when I take an aim duel, I always try to flash my enemy. The flashbang is the most valuable piece of a utility in the whole game for me, and here's why. If I just go into the 1v1, no matter who's in front of me, I will die in like 70% of cases. HEs, smokes and molotovs are used to create space, but the flashbang is only to get a kill, and that's why I'm using the flashbang in every round. Even in eco rounds I will always go with a P250 and a flashbang. And the third point is time wins games. Going for every aim duel you can find is the most fun way to play the game, and I loved it. Rumbling through the map as if you're in a deathmatch lobby like Shroud used to do back in the days. Chef's kiss. But right now I have to play cornly. I try to avoid the actual meeting points and go for the lurking positions, so I can get enemies from behind, or either catch them off guard from an off angle, or just get the information. From the very beginning, using the time to your advantage was a big part of Counter-Strike, but the actual amount of rounds you can use time to your advantage is crazy. And I'm not even talking about the afterplan situation or whenever the time runs low, I actually mean just wait 5 seconds instead of re-peeking instantly and you will have a way higher chance of killing your enemy. And another thing that comes to my mind, here I'm coming back to Bobby, is the toxicity. People don't understand that my setup is bad and I have to play a different playstyle just to comprehend that. If I play like they want me to play, I will die way more often, I will not have any impact on the game. Sometimes I just have 5 minutes of frame drops and I can't do anything about it, my PC is going wild, maybe it's getting too hot or something, but in that time I just can't play properly and understandably my teammates get tilted over it. But explaining this to someone you have never met before who will not believe you anything is impossible. To be honest, I don't even know whether you can learn something from this video because it's just my situation, but when you're still watching and you can hear this, the video worked out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, you can leave a like and tell me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and so this is me 2 weeks after cutting the video. Took 2 weeks to come back to editing, but here I am, and also I announced the giveaway in my last video, so this is the winner, MJig. You can text me on Instagram, I think that would be easiest. You can find the link on my channel, and I will also just comment under your comments so you get a notification. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Peace.